Welcome, collectors, and thank you for joining me for this very special edition of Diecast Emporium. Now, I don't typically do these kind of videos, but I had to make an exception for this. So, as the title reads, can you buy a 1/50th scale backhoe loader model for less than $10? Well, short answer, you can, but is it really worth it? Let's get into it. So this is the new rew-ray 1/50th scale New Holland B110C backhoe loader. Now, despite what it says over here at the top right, this model is predominantly made with that high-impact durable plastic that you see on some other models. So it's not die-cast. There are some die-cast components, but honestly, it's about 90-10 plastic to die-cast. Here's the new rew-ray logo, New Holland, die-cast, ages 3 and up, choking hazard at the bottom. Top of the box, again, the new rew-ray logo. On the side, we see the sticker here, the new rew-ray item number sticker, which is 32143. This is important if you wanted to search out this model on the internet. All you would type in is new rew-ray item number 32143 if you found that you had to have one of these for your collection. Back of the box, these are some other models that are in the New Holland new rew-ray product line, not all necessarily in 1/50th scale. This is the B110C. Note, though, the picture has this in the European side shift configuration. Obviously, this is the American spec version. Copyright 2018 down here. And here's another date, which is literally stamped into the box, which I can only assume is probably the date that this machine was manufactured, this specific one, which is August 12th, 2019. Bottom of the box, nothing too terribly important, other than, of course, telling you to recycle if you throw the box out, which never throw your models boxes out. 32143, and then your barcode. Okay, let's get to unboxing this thing. Unboxing this, very easy. You don't have to worry about any twist ties, flex cuffs, or any of that nonsense. Open one side flap, pull your model out, grab it from the clear plastic former. Now, this is kind of hidden in here, but if you wanted to, part of the packaging has this background. It's got a dirt road and kind of countryside scenery with some fences and trees. So if you wanted to, you could place your backhoe on there and display it as such if you wanted to. But if you want your model out of the box and ready to display, you're all set to go because there's no assembly required. Okay, let's start the review. Now, bear in mind, as we go through this, this model is less than $10, so you're not going to see top-of-the-line detail, decals, functionality, any of that. So please bear that in mind as we go through. This model was manufactured to a very tight budget and within a very fine window. So let's get started. The wheels are actually rubber, and they do have a decent tread pattern. Inside the wheel hubs, there are some bolt detailing on both sides of the wheels, so they look good. The access stairs, again, all of that is plastic, but they do have some tiny protruding edges, so you can put your figure's feet on there if you want to. New Holland looks good on the loader arms, as well as the B110C graphic. Speaking of graphics, you have New Holland on the backhoe portion, as well as B110C on the back here as well. Looking from the front on, we have New Holland on the top of the windshield, some more lights, a black plastic exhaust, New Holland, very tiny but legible, written on top of the engine housing, and a tiny silver New Holland construction logo. Again, our main loader bucket is plastic, as you can see here, and it is attached by a screw. So is this screw up here, there's a screw here, and a screw here. All appear to be tiny Phillips screws, so if you wanted to take this model apart, it should be relatively simple and straightforward to do that. On the left side, we can see that also casted into the casting is a filler cap lid here. There is some detail inside the cab, again, all part of the casting, up to and including the operator's seat, a steering wheel, a little bit of a dash there, and although it's hard to tell, it appears as though there are some tiny foot pedals on the floor also. From the back of the backhoe, this gives us a chance to look at the rear-facing lights, again, part of the plastic insert for the cab that mimics the glass. The outriggers, again, not functional, also a plastic component. And the backhoe portion, it actually is somewhat functional. We'll get into that here in just a little while, but you can see once again how it's mounted. You have the finished silver heads on this side, whereas there's screws on this side of the machine. Taking a look underneath the backhoe, again, absolutely no detail underneath here at all, other than, again, that same printed manufacturer's date of August 12th, 2019, a screw, and then your tread pattern on your wheels, which do roll. Transitioning now to functionality. Let's start off with the main front loader part of your backhoe loader. You can raise your loader arms up to here if we go up to the full extent. Not necessarily a realistic pose, but bearing in mind that this model costs less than $10, that's pretty phenomenal. And I wish that more backhoe loader models that cost 10 times the price of this one would have a lift angle that would go up to this height. That would be phenomenal. So how about the other end of things? Well, you can get a pretty decent cut angle. Your curl angle on your bucket leaves a lot to be desired, as does your dump angle. But again, consider some other backhoe loader models that cost 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times the price of this one. And this one, honestly, rivals the functionality of those. All right, let's check the back end of things. So I already mentioned before, your outriggers are unfortunately static, meaning that they do not function. They are permanently in the upright or carry position, transport position. But your backhoe arm will function fine. You can actually get down to a somewhat decent range. Your bucket curls in pretty realistically. Not going to say you can go out and reach something terribly far away. Obviously, it doesn't have the extend-a-hoe function. And it is hollow on the inside, seen here. But again, it's $10, guys, and it's not half bad at all, in my opinion. Okay, so how does this look next to a proper 1/50th scale model, like a Western Star dump truck by Diecast Masters and a tag trailer by First Gear? Let's bring both of those out now. Here's the aforementioned dump truck. Here's the aforementioned tag trailer. Our first pose is the transport pose. There you go. Let's bring him a little bit closer to you guys. There you go. If you're looking for a cheap load to put on your tag trailer, this is an excellent option for you. So let's say you're at the job site now. How does this look when loading the dump truck? Put our dump truck over here. Have our bucket up to here. I don't know. What do you think? To me, that looks pretty darn reasonable. But you guys are the real judges. Let me know what you think of this model down in the comments section below. But the question remains to be answered. Can you buy a 1/50th scale backhoe loader for less than $10, and is it halfway decent? The answer to both of those questions, in my opinion, is unequivocally yes. Yes, you can buy one for less than $10, as this retails for $9.99. And is it halfway decent? It absolutely is halfway decent. It has more functionality than half the backhoes that are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times the price. And although it doesn't have hydraulic lines or functioning outriggers or some of the other details that some of those higher-end backhoes do, you also could buy 10 of these for the price of one of those. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'll catch you in the next review.